download. What that means is, the way it works is, you enter your email address in the box right down there. You click the Add to Cart button. You'll be brought to a shopping cart page, a checkout page, kind of like what you see on Amazon.com. You enter your credit card information, and then you're brought to a page where you can download the program directly onto your computer. That means you can actually get the program within 2-3 minutes of right now, if you actually grab it. What I like about that is it means you don't have to wait days for the box to get to your front door or something like that, right? You can actually get the material right away. You can then transfer it onto your iPad, your iPhone, whatever you want to do with it. It also allows us to give you a lot more material with the program because we don't have to worry about, physical products or things like that. What this really means is that you can just start using the material much more quickly. Many of the women who grab Text the Romance Back 2.0 get the material, read through it very quickly. We've had many emails from women saying they stayed up all night to go through it. And then you can start using this stuff with your husband, with your boyfriend, with that guy you've been chatting with online, whoever it is, to get results very, very quickly. No waiting, no being frustrated by that. If you want it, you get it right away. Question number 2, I'm not in a relationship right now. Can Text the Romance Back 2.0 still help me? Yes, it definitely can. The original version of Text the Romance Back 1.0, was really very much focused on folks who were already in a relationship, folks who were married or who had been coupled for some amount of time. When we first released that program, we got a lot of emails from men and from women who said, Michael, this is fantastic, I love this material, but I'm divorced. Or Michael, this is fantastic, I love this material, but I'm not with anybody right now. Can this help me? And so what we did is we added an entire section to Text the Romance Back 2.0 that's just for single folks, teaching you how to use the core concepts and the texting formulas and the texts you get in Text the Romance Back 2.0 if you're single. If you just meet a guy at a bar or you meet him online, he asks you out on a date, I tell you exactly what to do half an hour after you leave that date to have him wondering about you, thinking you're the most confident, amazing woman he's ever met in his entire life. And I show you how to use all of the different kinds of text, the appreciation texts, the text massage, things of that ilk, to really add a tremendous amount of spark to a new relationship. Fun stuff. Question number 3, what if I don't text? What if my partner doesn't text? Not actually a big deal. Yes, I think texting is a very powerful way to communicate in today's world. What I really love about it is that it's distance agnostic, which is a fancy way of saying is it doesn't matter where you are when you're texting. My girlfriend, sometimes I travel a lot for work, and we'll text when I'm 3,000 miles away, and it really helps us feel connected. But we've had many, many folks who have used Text the Romance Back over email, who have used it over instant messenger, over Facebook Messenger, and who have even written notes. Or one guy who told me he actually used Text the Romance Back in person. He would simply take everything I taught him to do, and he would say these words to his wife, and he was amazed at how powerful it actually was. So don't worry so much about the texting thing. I do think texting is very, very cool and very, very powerful, but it's not necessary for this material to work for you. Question number 4. Were you really on the Rachel Ray Show? What's she like? Yes, I was on the Rachel Ray Show in February of 2011 on Valentine's Day on the episode. It was a lot of fun, and Rachel was very, very nice, and we had a really great time. What I really enjoyed about it was that I got to kind of walk the talk, as it were. What we did was they found a couple who was having some issues. They were an engaged couple. And I basically coached the woman about how to use the Text the Romance Back material to wake up the romantic in her guy. And if you watch the clip, you'll see this guy kind of blushing a little bit and talking about how fantastic it was and how much spark it brought back into their relationship. Really fun stuff. Question number 5, isn't this just about sexting? Are you trying to get me to sext my man? Sexting. No. It isn't just about sexting. Yes, sex is to some degree a part of this. Sex is part of a relationship, right? And my goal is to help you have the best possible relationship you can with the man of your dreams, to be able to find and seduce that guy and have a really great connected relationship. But when you go through the material, I think you'll be surprised about how much of it is about emotion and connection and appreciation and curiosity and just establishing a connection between the two of you. Now, yes, the digital foreplay stuff that you get into later is about sex. It's about seducing that man in your life in a very powerful way, but that's only a portion of the material. There's a lot more to it. Question number 6, isn't texting just something teenagers do? Well, I don't think so. We've sold many, many thousands copies of this program, and we don't sell it to teenagers, so I'm assuming not. Texting is a very, very powerful way to communicate. I like it because I call it digital telepathy, right? And I call it that because it's such a private way of communicating. I mean, think about this. What was the last time you actually let anybody else look at the texts on your phone? That feels like a huge violation, right? And guys are the same way. They're not going to let anybody see what they're actually getting on their cell phone. It's the best way I know of to have a really private, powerful conversation. So it's not just for teenagers. Question number 7, my partner and I are fighting. We'll text the romance back help. Yes, most likely. But it's not going to be like you can send one text and heal everything wrong with a relationship. What I like about the texting the romance back, if you have a contentious relationship, if you're in the middle of a fight, even a serious fight, is it gives you an alternate method of communicating, an alternate channel, a fantasy world where you can just have fun with each other. I actually tell you in the program, never say anything negative over text. I really want to reserve this particular medium as a way just to have a positive, lovely, sexy, fun relationship. Now, if there's something huge going on, if there was cheating, if there's something else, severe of that level, it's going to take more work than just sending a few text messages to heal all of that. But it's a great way to get started. It's a great way to establish positivity and establish connection and establish love, even while you're dealing with these more serious things. Question number 8. What is this relationship time machine you talk about? The relationship time machine, or the RTM, as we call it, is a method we talk about in Text the Romance Back, where you can use text messages to bring your partner back to the best moments in your relationship. If you're like most folks, your relationship kind of follows this path where at the beginning things were so easy and were so lovely and hot and wonderful, and then somewhere along the line, maybe you got married, you had kids, whatever happened, things fell apart a little bit. That spark faded a bit. It's not the same as it used to be. And the relationship time machine is a way to mentally bring you and your partner back to when things were really, really easy and really, really good. You're going to have a lot of fun with it when you get into the program. I can't really describe it in too much detail here. It gets a little complicated. But when you get into Text the Romance Back 2.0 and you start using this stuff and you feel like you're on your honeymoon again, or you feel like you're on your first date again, or you're on that trip that you really enjoyed together, it's really wonderful stuff. Question number 9. I'm a guy. Can I use Text the Romance Back 2.0 as well? Yes, and you'd be really smart to do so. Women, a lot of women respond extremely positively to this material. So if you are a guy watching this particular video, grab Text the Romance Back, go through it, use it with your girlfriend, your wife, that girl you're dating, see what happens. It's very, very, very powerful stuff. I always say that women respond to this material like flowers to sunshine. They want this kind of attention. They want this kind of appreciation. They want this kind of seduction from a man they respect and a man they really love. Question number 10, how fast can I expect results? Most likely you'll get results with TRB rather quickly. Now, what does rather quickly mean? It's like, how long is a piece of string? It's a hard question to answer. Many, many women who try out Text the Romance Back 2.0 say they grab the program, they go through it. I recommend you go through the entire program before you do anything. And they send that first text. And sometimes they don't get a response to that first text. Many women are saying, like, well, I want a response. I want him to text me back. But getting a text back is actually not the point. Getting the result is, getting more love, getting more romance is the result you're actually going for. And many, many women either do get a response back right away, or they say, hey, I sent that first text you told me to send, and that night my husband came home and he wrapped me in his arms in a way he hasn't in so long, and he seemed more engaged with me than he has in so long, or he kissed me, or we made love, or whatever else. Now, sometimes it can take a little bit longer. If your guy is particularly kind of checked out, it can take a little more than just 1 or 2 texts to kind of get him to pay attention again. If you're fighting, it can take a little more than just 1 or 2 texts. But most folks get results within a few days, a week. The longest I've really heard has been about 2 or 3 weeks before getting any results at all. Okay? And question number 11, I'm in a long-distance relationship. Will this work for me? Yes, definitely. In fact, I would say this is probably the single most powerful program you can go through if you're in a long-distance relationship, because you're not going to see each other that often. And there's a whole section in Text the Romance Back 2.0 where I show you how to use anticipation and how to use the various formulas in Text the Romance Back 2.0 for a long-distance relationship, so that for those moments that when you are together, you really enjoy each other and feel addicted to each other and feel this lovely, lovely kind of energy. And for those moments when you're forced to be apart, you still feel connected. You still feel this kind of invisible thread between you, letting you know that you and this man who you love are something special, are something powerful. So I hope that answered any question you might have had about the program, and I want to encourage you one last time to enter your email address in the box that you see right below this video, and click the Add to Cart button, go through, enter your credit card information, grab Text the Romance Back 2.0. You have nothing to risk here. I actually take on all the risk here, because if you're not happy with the program for any reason, in the next 2 months, which is a pretty long time, you can simply get your money back. You simply have to delete the program off your computer, agree not to use it anymore, and you'll get all of your money back. I'm not really worried about that. There are a small percentage of people who grab the program who aren't happy with it for whatever reason, but the vast majority, about 94, 95%, really love this program, use it every day, have great results with it, and tell me about it. Tell me about how wonderful it is. So I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take the risk on you that you're going to take this stuff and really use it and use it powerfully. So all you have to do is enter your email address, click the button, enter your credit card information, grab Text the Romance Back 2.0. And when you grab the program and go through it and get results, do me a favor, shoot me an email and tell me about the results. Tell me about how it works for you. There's nothing I enjoy more or my staff enjoys more than getting these success stories from men and from women saying, hey, I tried this stuff and here's how it affected my relationship. Here's how much better things are now. Here's the great night we had together. Here's how this fight we've been having over and over again suddenly wasn't that important anymore. So please grab the program, try it out for yourself, see for yourself how powerful this stuff is and how effective it is, and then tell me about it. Again, all you have to do is enter your email address, click the Add to Cart button. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for spending this time with me. I really cannot wait to hear about your success. And again, I've been Michael Fiore. Thank you so much.